Joanna Federovitz.
Melissa, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I just want to review a few things before we get started. So I'm Joanna. I'm your social worker. I just want to let you know that anything that you say to me today is confidential, unless it is something that whether you're going to harm yourself or somebody else, depending on what you say here. So make sure you understand.
Okay, no problem.
Perfect. So having this be our first session, I'd like to get to know you a little bit better and what brought you in here today.
Okay. To be honest, I just am feeling kind of overwhelmed with life right now. And that's just from, I just have a lot of different things going on, and I feel like my brain is kind of constantly going, and I just don't really have much of it. I feel like there's no off switch right now. I just kind of feel overloaded by things.
Okay, so a lot of things happening.
Yes.
So you're feeling overloaded.
Yes.
Is there anything specifically that triggered the overloading feeling? Or
yeah, I kind of knew it was coming. I put myself in this position. I knew it was going to be like this, but I'm working full time, so I work 40 hours a week, and I'm going to school right now, getting my master's degree.
That's amazing.
It's very exciting,
Yes.
and I love that I'm doing it right now. But between my internship of like 12 hours a week or so, commuting for that, still working 40 hours, life things outside of that, I just feel like I feel like when I'm at one place, I'm sometimes thinking about the next thing I have to do or the other things that I kind of have to be doing, and I don't always feel like I'm as present as I would like to be. Even if that's just with my friends and family, I feel like I'm still like focused on other things a lot of the time.
Okay, so sounds like you're not, you're feeling like you're not present in the moment to give everything your undivided attention. What do you do to relax? Do you do anything to kind of clear your mind, or what are your hobbies? Things that are for yourself.
So, I do think I take some time for myself. I know it's important to me. I usually, if I'm not working or doing something for school or studying or at my internship, I am either catching up at stuff at my house, things like that, household chores and stuff like that. Or I'll be like working out. I play volleyball and stuff like that, usually once a week. Or I'm spending time with my boyfriend right now, who unfortunately lives an hour and a half away. So that's something else that just kind of, everything takes time, and I really want to be able to focus on those things. But when I'm doing that also, then I feel like I'm not putting enough attention on work or school or like productive things almost,
So it sounds like you've thought about this. You're aware that this is happening. You're aware that this is happening. Have you come to any conclusions of how you can help yourself with this? Are there any things that you've been exploring?
And again, I kind of knew this was coming. I had taken the summer off of class to just kind of have some time to kind of catch up and feel like I could be more prepared going into it. And again, I kind of knew this was coming, so it's not like it was a surprise. But yeah, it's just kind of a lot of extra factors, little things with my family or my knee. I had surgery a couple years ago, so my knee's been bothering me, so then I can't work out all the time, and it's just like little things like that that just feel like, And so I guess I do want to focus on some time management type things, and just, I guess, but I don't want to spend my time, I just want to be able to make sure I'm doing things at the right time and to be more prepared, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense, and that makes sense. And there's things that we can do to look at your schedule and have you in collaboration with me figure out kind of what works best for you in that time management. And I have some ideas possibly. Now, in the past, you said this is coming.
Yeah.
Is this something?
What I do to myself all the time?
Is it safe to say that you're feeling overwhelmed? So is it anxiety or is it, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but when you feel
I would say that I know that I have a tendency to overfill my schedule.
Okay.
I don't like sitting around doing nothing.
Okay.
But I would say that especially over the past 10 years or so, it probably started when I was in my undergrad a while back. So I would just fill my plate with sports and activities and volunteering and working, and I have tendencies to pick up extra jobs just because I feel like if I have the time, I should use it.
Okay.
But then all of a sudden, I just get overwhelmed, and then I do eventually have to take things off of my plate.
Okay.
So even in preparation kind of for this season, I stopped, I was coaching 3 nights a week and I stopped doing that to kind of cut back, and I feel like I've tried to cut back in some areas, but I just want to, I would love to be able to talk through some of those things in the future to kind of make sure I'm doing this and I'm not just only in my own head about all of it.
No, of course. But that's great that you're aware enough that you have some knowledge about how full your plate is, and that you're able to take some things off as they go. And when you take the things off your plate, how do you feel about doing that?
You know, the interesting thing is that a lot of those things have worked out, and I believe that it's kind of my own personal religious beliefs that a lot of those things kind of work out the way that they're supposed to, and so a lot of times the things have just kind of gone out of my life in really great ways and kind of have left me, like even coaching, the gym that I was coaching at, they didn't renew the lease, so they weren't going to have that gym space anymore, so I couldn't even keep coaching if I had wanted to, which is what I kind of needed to like force me to, I was kind of like, well, maybe I'll do 1 night a week or something, and it's kind of, so in some ways I think I've had really good experiences in letting those things go, and also trying to kind of keep some of those relationships going, even with the girls that I coach and things like that. So I feel like they've been pretty good transitions, but it's difficult for me to let go of things, especially like exercising and stuff like that. I don't want to let go. I just know that there's certain things in my life that are important to keep up my mental, physical health, all those things too, that I don't want to give up.
Well, that sounds great. I mean, it's wonderful to have a spirituality and having that incorporated, and that's something. What I'd like to do eventually is, as I get to know you better, we can review a few things of what are most important in your hierarchy of your life. Maybe self-care, and prioritize the things that are important to you, and balance that within your schedule. And as I get to know you better, and as you get to know yourself better through all of this, I think this is something that we can look at, and with your guidance, come up with something that can take some stress off of your plate, while still incorporating the things that are important to you in your health and scholastically what you would like to accomplish.
That sounds great.
So I think more discussions of this nature are wonderful, and I might have you do some homework, on your own of that type of nature, if you're open to
Okay, that sounds wonderful.
Wonderful. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Very nice to meet you.
I look forward to working with you in the future.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.